Hi, this is a foreigner living in the Philippines. We had quite an adventure last night, which touches on old folklore, superstition, whatever you want to call it, in the Philippines. When we were driving back, we got back very late last night because we were still uploading a lot of videos in Taliban, so we stayed and had something to eat, and then we came back in the dark. Well, for us that means coming up a narrow path that's up and down and over hills and bumpy parts and everything. It's off-road driving with our tiny 4x4 truck. So what happened next was,
yeah, we came home late because, as what his parents said, I edit there and some of the videos and uploaded, and then we around, I think, 9, quarter to 10, and then I think the big bird, I think.
well, we have to tell what happened first. Don't go into talking about the bird.
So just then.
Right. So what happened was that obviously we're out in hundreds of square miles of hilly country, and there is a tradition that borders on the Count Dracula myth in the West, and that is the Wakwak. And the Wakwak is...
The Wakwak is a bird, but the owner of that is, there's a man behind that.
So
that's the
there's
belief,
a bird
okay?
that's owned by
the
a man.
And they called it Wakwak, but so in other words, the bird is the one who confronted you first, but later on that bird, the owner of that bird, the man, will be the next.
And what's peculiar about this man?
What that? What do you mean peculiar?
Well, what's special about this man? Why should we be afraid of this man?
Because he's a vampire.
He's a vampire.
He's
of
going
course.
to eat you, or
He's going to eat you.
yeah, or drink your blood. That's what the belief is. So, and then according to Nanay, if you shout, for example, the Wakwak is there and says, help, help, the nearest house, the nearest person or the nearest house will not hear you, but the farthest is the one who hear you.
Why is that?
That's the belief. That's the.
So even though you're shouting, the one that's near won't be able to hear you. Is that because of a magic spell?
I think so.
Yeah.
And if the bird is here in your front, don't hit the bird on your front. Hit in your back, because it's just the illusion,
It's an illusion.
Yeah. So in other words, they just tried to. It's not on your front, but it's in your back. And if it's in the right side, the bird is in your right side, hit in the left side. And
this is the left.
oh yeah.
And once you know that this is the left side, then the one that's left is the right side.
Dun. Yeah. So that's how it is. And then last night, it's from the road. There's some houses there, and after that house there, up to our house, there's no more house that we pass by.
No, there's just nothing out there.
Yeah, nothing.
So
just
you
that.
You just got a narrow path that is going between the hills and all of the undergrowth, the trees and greenery, and all that is there is what is shown in the headlights.
Yeah.
Now, if you saw our video on our visit to the haunted house, you will know about that house.
Yeah, then there's a lot of mangoes.
Right. And that would mean what?
It's haunted.
If there's mangoes, it's haunted.
Yeah, because they also believe that the giant, the Agda, is live there.
The Agsa?
The Agda.
Agsa?
Agda. Yeah.
Agda.
Yeah, and then what happened is that encounter of the Wakwak last night, it happens in a few yards after we passed the haunted house.
Haunted house.
Yeah.
With all of those haunted mangoes.
Yeah, and then it's also the red clay, because there's also a belief that once it's a red clay, it's something not good. You know, the environment is not
So
good.
this is before. There's one particular section that is climbing the
Yeah.
hill, and it all looks like red soil.
Yeah, red soil.
Blood.
Yeah.
Blood red.
And then what happened is, we drive, and then I think on my own observation, because I'm awake, that you know, the bird is in the center of
She's awake like I was driving and I was asleep. Okay. Okay, so you saw it because
Yeah.
you were awake.
Yeah, I was awake.
Was I asleep at the time?
I know you're awake also, but I saw, because I'm focusing also on the area. The bird is sit down. It's sit down, and then Terence hit the bird. It's a big bird like this, you know.
We're into fisherman talk now, by the way.
Well, it's like this. The bird fly, right?
Actually, it did have a wingspan of at least
Yeah, very
2
big.
feet. So we are looking at
Not
2
a
feet.
little
Now,
bit like
well,
that.
Yes, but I'm talking carpenters 2 feet, where it's actually just 12 inches to the foot.
Yeah.
You know, so the wingspan was definitely like this, but Beth saw it different.
Yeah,
saw it like this.
yeah.
I thought it was an owl. I
No, it's
didn't
not
understand.
an owl. It's Wakwak.
I didn't understand what had happened, because we've got, you can see by the truck that it's almost a flat front. So whatever hits the front of the truck is almost out of sight. But we
Yeah.
saw this. I thought at first that it was like some branches, because sometimes branches fall onto the track and they get caught up under the car. And I thought that that's what had happened. But then it started moving
Yeah,
as we
and
looked
flying,
like
flying.
this, and it started flapping, but it was as if it was attacking the car.
Yeah, and it
Sounds
takes
crazy.
a few seconds. I think a minute. You know, it's not just when we hit the bird, the wakwak. It just he didn't fly right away. He made a demonstration, tried to attack,
Yes.
attack us, and then it's happened that the other side of Terence is already closed, right? The other door, the mirror.
But fortunately, we did. Did you have your window open?
No, it's open. And then when I saw the bird, I'm scared. In Jesus' name, and I said, close. And then the bird is trying to attack
So,
us.
in other words, after we whacked the wakwak, the immediate, of course, everybody knows this, the immediate defense against the wakwak is to say,
In Jesus' name, in Jesus' name.
in Jesus' name, in Jesus' name. And of course this is powerless against the wakwak unless you do that with your shoulders. So you have to say, in Jesus' name, in Jesus' name. and then the wakwak, after we'd whacked him, started flapping at the front of the hat. Now, bearing in mind that we've got the headlights full on, so it's not like it was in the dark. We could
very
see
light.
this
Yeah, and it's very
beautiful,
big like this.
beautiful bird. Oh
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
I saw it.
Yeah. So anyway, so maybe there were 2 wakwaks. One was just 2 feet, and the other one was as big as a
It's very
pterodactyl.
scary. My hair are standing,
You've got hair on you. You mean you had goose pimples?
Yeah, ghost people,
The goose pimple. So she had the goose pimple, and she wouldn't believe that I wasn't scared. I mean, it was just a bird. The bird flapped about
No, it's
and
not a
seemed as if
normal
it was
bird.
attacking the truck. But then it flew off around the side. My window was closed. Got to admit that I was happy with that. And then the bird flew off and passed.
Yeah.
The only logical explanation that I could think was that it was an owl.
It's
but
not an owl, it's the
it's
wakwak.
the wakwak. Okay, so luckily we survived that attack by the wakwak.
Yeah, because God is with us.
Because God is with us, and anyway we had the defense of in Jesus' name, and the shoulders as well. So what could any Wakwak do against that? That's the point. But then you said, was I scared?
Yeah. And I told him, are you scared? She said, no, I don't believe you.
And she doesn't believe that I wasn't scared. But
I know that he was scared because the whole tribe going home is very quiet. Right?
what can you say after you whacked a Wakwak?
Yeah, so that's our encounter.
So then we're looking on the way back. So the thing is that as soon as anything like this happens, and she's talking about the Wakwak, and somewhere out there is, in my mind, a Dracula kind of figure is standing there in a cloak with a bow tie, you know, the tuxedo thing, and the whole thing, and the hair slicked back, and I'm thinking that, where is it? Where is he?
Yeah,
you
so,
see?
and then I'm also...
So we're a little bit spooked.
Yeah, yeah. And then I'm now thinking, you know, to cut a bagakay. You know, it's a kind of, it's a sister of bamboo. It's called bagakay, and you put a little cone on it so that the next time...
A little what?
A little, where you can, a little bit like that. No, like
a little bit like that.
Yeah, where you when you do that to the, it's like a, that's a weapon.
It's a weapon.
Yeah, against.
So we're gonna have a spear, a bamboo spear.
Yeah, in the inside, and just in case we came home late and there's a wakwak or kikik, we have, you know.
It makes such sense to me.
Yeah, and then we go outside. When the next time we hit the wakwak or the kikik, we go outside and we bring it. And,
you go outside.
Yeah, and then we said, in Jesus' name, look.
and don't forget the shoulders.
Yeah, so that's our encounter.
So
it's nervous.
you know that maybe this is where the Count Dracula thing.
Yeah, and then it's funny because when we came home, I said to Nanay that, Nanay, we encountered the Wakwak, and then Nanay said, you should interview the Wakwak. You will become
We'd be the first to interview the Wakwak.
Yeah, and then I said, oh, that's a good idea, but I'm very scared, you know.
So we could interview Count Dracula.
We go, and then I said, you should get out the truck, and then say the bird, come on, call your boss for an interview.
You first.
Yeah, and I said, no. After the interview, the Wakwak were out of blood. Who will be uploaded and editing the videos? We already died because we don't have blood.
That's right. Who would help us? We'd just be a. You've got to say that here, the vampire myth here, legend, is much more vicious than this clinical Count Dracula just making two little punch marks in the neck. No, not here. The vampire actually dismembers the person. They eat them, don't they? They eat all the blood.
But so far it's a lot of talk about it. You know, a lot of talk about kikik, wakwak, some vampires.
Yeah. You haven't said about the kikik.
The kikik is the same bird, but the owner is a woman. You know, but it's still the same as vampires. The kikik, the bird kikik, is the owner. The behind that person is a woman. The wakwak bird, the behind that person is a man.
So how do you know it's a wakwak? Do they say wakwak?
Yeah, they said wakwak, wak, and the other one is kik, like that.
Be careful. We don't want them arriving here, do we?
Yeah, I remember before when I was a kid, I pee and then there's a word, there's a kik, and I ran out, running out pee. I was a kid that time. You know?
Oh, yes, I'm sure the viewers all want to take that image home with them. Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah, so please like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel. That's our encounter. We tried to come home now when there's still a sun. You know?
We do. I'm listening all the time because we might hear whack, 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 or kick, 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 kick.
Yeah. And we don't want to encounter that the next is a white lady. No, there is
the white lady. That's That's
Maybe-
another legend. We
Yeah.
haven't talked about the white lady. That's a
Yeah,
ghost.
we tried now that when we came home late, we tried to on the camera so
We
that we
always
can
look-
capture
Look
what's
for
the
the
event.
white lady.
No. So, that's all for now. Have a good day and God bless.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
Jesus.